Hello everybody and welcome to another Transformers third-party review. Thanks to the team over at Shozy. Today we're taking a look at the DS-02 Recording Alliance. This is their take on Blaster. If you're wondering who DS are, it's the same team that brought us these guys and actually brought us the Transform Elements stuff as well as the Infinite Transformation stuff. So they're all kind of from the same factory, but this is the Recording Alliance, their take on a Blaster piece figure. See what I did there? A little play on words. Look around the box. That's it. And here we have him out of his plastic prison compared to his nearest rival at the moment, which is the KFC Transistor. And obviously there is a big colour difference here. I have the dark metallic Transistor and he is littered with Toy Hacks labels. But it gives you an idea of the different aesthetic. KFC's was kind of more of a modern, realistic take with nods to the animation, whereas this is pretty much as animation accurate as you're going to get. Some may say even too animation accurate. Now, it's not without its flaws, so we'll pick those up as we delve deeper. Just a few little nitpicks that I have, but transformation is really good and clean, and he looks absolutely outstanding. For those of you who saw my small teaser that I did up on the gram, is that what the cool kids call it? The Instagram? I don't know. But I had great fun with him. He's a really nice piece and very fluid and smooth to transform. I mean, just look at how different these two are though. I mean, yes, Transistor's been out a while now. Has he aged well? Probably going to revisit this, but no, I don't think he has. And mine has a broken arm anyway. It's literally glued on at the shoulder. Now, in terms of accessories, we get Blaster's Blaster, getting done in this really nice solid plastic. We get Ram Horn. Not particularly fond of the cassettes. I'm actually going to buy the MMC cassettes. I know Fans Toys are doing their own versions as well, but I don't know, I just love what the MMC did. I know theirs don't scale with these figures, but in my opinion they still look absolutely incredible. I've got their Frenzy, Rumble and Ravage and Laserbeak I think, but I'm going to keep the kind of cassette sized Ravage and Laserbeak, and then the Frenzy and Rumble I just think are nice big bots. They look incredible on display, so I'm going to get the MMC to display with this guy. We've got two of the speakers, and then we get the, what is in my opinion, better face sculpt for Blaster. I mean, there's nothing really wrong with this face sculpt on the grand scheme of things. I just think it looks, I don't know, something just a little bit off about it. It looks a bit too human, maybe, I'm not sure. Maybe the head isn't fat enough. Would have liked an alternative head, maybe a comic book inspired head. Maybe we'll get that as an add-on, but neck does tilt nicely, and we should be able to just get under that chin and pry it off there. Kind of get some paint flacking on there, which is not ideal, but mine was ridiculously tight to get on. Let's have a look, see if we can put it back. Come on, there we go. Back you go. Oh. Need to maybe shave a little bit off there, but there we go. There's that face again. I'm not sure. I think Transistor may have the better face sculpt out of the two. I don't know. It's hard to tell because there's so much inaccuracy with the animation, wasn't there? But either way, definitely looks like Blaster, doesn't it? Articulation, as you probably gather just by me playing around with the head, is crazy good. Left, right, up, down, tilt side to side. Lovely ratchets there. Come up to the side. Also come all the way up, like so. Upper bicep rotation, albeit very stiff. Double jointed bend on the elbows. Articulation on the wrists. And articulated fingers and thumb. Waist has a rotation, albeit a very, very stiff one here. And then this section here arches out as well. Look at that for an abdominal crunch. We only have it forwards, though there is no backwards, but that's a really nice amount of range. Legs can slide up and down, all part of the transformation, but it does allow for legs to drop down slightly and come all the way up, all the way back. Again, drop them down, bring it all the way back, out to the side, a little bit loose on that joint there. Upper thigh rotation. Nice deep bends on those knees. And I've got some pivot on those ankle tilts and some up and down on the toe. So he's a very articulated individual, but nothing you wouldn't expect from the team that brought you TE Prime and those Seekers. What a very handsome bunch of individuals we have here. He does look superb alongside them, doesn't he? People are moaning that maybe the plastic is too flat. Maybe it could have done with being painted. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure, because I mean it's very in keeping with that kind of pastel look that they went for with their Seekers. So I guess it depends on what you want from your collection. I mean, personally, I think that looks good. I mean, in my opinion, these two do look sensational together. If you don't opt for this version of Blaster, maybe consider the twin cast repaint that we will inevitably get, and then have it next to your not Fans Toys Soundwave or Sound Blaster. I think those could definitely work either for Headmasters or maybe even for kind of a G2 version. But yeah, I personally think these two look sensational together. The journey for transformation is relatively pleasant on both sides. Just need to fiddle that in to get it in. You can just flip that up and in. Come on, in you go. There we go. That goes in like so, and then this is going to split down the middle, much like you would kind of expect. This comes up. These little tiny bits here are on sliders. There we go, slide that in and slide that in. So I'm going to fold backwards and come on, line up, everybody line up, line up. There we go, that's in, that's in. That slides in like so. And then, he says, this should be on folding hinge. And there we go. Squeeze everything in. And then we have a nice little tidy cassette tape. Right, on to Blaster. Starting at the back, you want to open up this piece here. This is going to come untabbed. This opens up, this comes down, this opens all the way out, and these are going to extend and extend, extend and extend. You can kind of have those like that for now. Head literally just flips down into the void there. This is going to flip and rotate, and this comes up, and this is going to sit on the top and tab in. My biggest gripe about this is that kind of, when that's in bot mode, I just think there needs to be a little bit of red just at the top there. I don't know, maybe it's me, I don't know, maybe I'm being a bit pedantic about it and asking too much, but I don't know, this is kind of how I feel. I'm going to just compress these hands so they're kind of more manageable. This little bit here is going to flip up. This little piece here is going to flip up as well. Make sure that these hands, the fingers face backwards, and then one of these pieces is tabbed in there. There we go. Untab that panel. That now allows the fists to rotate like that. The arms need to be rotated, so this is facing inwards, and then this will come up. Hands need to be flat, fingers up, so that this can come down and this is then going to line up with the back of that arm piece. Everything's going to sit in there squarely. Do that with both arms. There's a small tab behind this back plate on the back of the legs. You want to make sure you get in between here. This is the probably one of the trickiest parts of a transformation, because it's a very tight tab and there is very little room in there. There we go. But once that's done, this will open up like so. You can see these pieces in here. Need to flip those down like so. This piece here needs to come down as well, like this. That allows the foot to shift, allowing this piece to come down. The toe can then come up and sit upright. This comes down, and that black piece of plastic flips and rotates. This pops up and again rotates around, so it's now facing this way. The crotch untabs, that flips around and tabs in, and then the legs drop down on that rocking hinge. This section comes up. This is then going to rock on here, comes up level, and then we're going to bring this section out, and that'll come in to the side. This is going to square off, and when we've done this with both legs, these are going to come in. This is going to flip inwards, and those are going to tab in to that centerpiece on that crotch. There are tabs just behind here that I've slotted in. You can see these should now line up nicely. There. This is going to tab in up here and up here like so. This opens up and tabs out. Again on this side, open that up and tab that out. Oh, hello. Bring those over and join them together. He says, trying to do this whilst holding it off the ground. There we go. That's not the best way of doing it at all. Let's have a look what we've done here. There, I've moved that hinge, haven't I, whilst trying to do it. These are going to come down and secure the sides like so. Flip this around, and these bits here are going to untab from the top here. Come on, out you come. There we go. Flip all the way around. This is going to straighten up, and that's going to just push and secure and lock into position. Do that on both sides. And here we have them both in their Get a Blaster modes. And yeah, I think the TE, or whatever they're calling themselves, version is definitely more animation accurate. Obviously the KFC version has the repro labels or Toy Hacks labels all over, making it look more, I don't know, kind of more realistic, I guess. But this is definitely more animation inspired. Haven't quite chucked those back bits in properly, have I? But it's a very, very clean Transformer indeed. Just love the difference in colour of these two. Still a gripe about that top of the chest piece. Still something not quite right for me. And again, this does sit slightly higher, just above that tape section as well. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What do you think? Do you think one squares up better than the other? Does Fans Toys stand a really good chance at beating both of these? Possibly. And has Transistor aged well? Kind of thinking not, especially this kind of dark metallic version with the paint flecks. Yeah. With the power of seamless editing, I'll pretend that I didn't mistransform the back piece for the purpose of the turntable. I just forgot to bring these down. And then this bit here just plugs into it, tidies it up even further really. But yes, back to the video. I still don't get the logic behind people saying this is too cartoon accurate. You either win or you don't, I guess. I've got scuffs on here now. I've transformed them about 6 times now, so be wary of that you could get some scuffs. Still got me tape function in there. It does look a little bit small in comparison, doesn't it? But it's a ghetto blaster. These would be your speakers, and then you'd have your tape deck on the front there. That would be standard cassette tape. Absolutely adore that as an alt mode. Huge fan of what they've done. Have I? I haven't bent the leg properly. That's why it's sitting slightly offset. There we go. But yeah, it's a really nice tape deck mode. Bot mode is definitely the winning section for me. It is as cartoon accurate as you could possibly get. Going to be really interesting when we get the Fans Toys version to sit alongside him. Just to give you an idea, let's just bring in Skywarp to give you an idea of the size. Yeah, I mean, that's a really kind of massive ghetto blaster in comparison to them, isn't it? It needs to be kind of that big for mass shifting purposes. So unfortunately, yeah, they haven't managed to mass shift it, but I think that that is excusable considering what they have managed to do. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. I believe Shozy have these out to ship in about a week to 2 weeks. So if you have pre-ordered the Shozy, expect to be getting your emails shortly. And until next time, for myself and the rest of the Collectables household, thank you very much for watching.